So I basically have two modes. I'm either driving, building, growing, or I'm enjoying the people around me. I'm enjoying life. I'm having fun. So the cool thing about Vixen is I can merge these two things. That's why I love it. But going back to 2020, I was like, really, right now? Okay, let me figure this out. So being self-directed, I was not very good at asking for help. And my philosophy has always been to give value. Like, I'm very driven to give and give value. And so a lot of times I feed so much into relationships that then if I do need something and I ask, they don't think twice. And I don't do this on purpose. It's just how I'm built. So I suddenly found myself where I needed to ask people for things that I wasn't sure how much value I'd given them. And for me, that was very difficult, but I kind of knew it was the third sign and I didn't have a choice. And so I just started asking, and it led to this beautiful experience the rest of 2020. I ended up hopping on Zoom calls with a number of other female business owners, female entrepreneurs, women in transition in their life. This is just where the journey took me. And I said, okay, I'm going to work with women. This is what we're doing. And then later it came to me that I wanted to work with them to help them through the transition and the changes of 2020, because I thrive on change. And I'd had so much change and experience in my life being an entrepreneur, moving to Italy, getting married, all these different things that I kind of change is not that difficult for me. I don't know how to say it much better than that. So I thought, wow, everyone's going through so much change. They're challenged by it. How can I show up and serve others, serve other women, and help them through this change? And then the next thing I realized was a lot of women were leaving their job, staying home, or they were starting a business. There was a lot of transition in the business world for women. So it became clear to me that I wanted to set up a new company to coach and mentor female entrepreneurs and women in transition. And thus the Vixen Gathering was born. So yes, the Vixen Gathering, we're being a little cheeky with the name. I personally don't like it when people take themselves too seriously. Now, we've all been there, done that. But I think life should be fun and we should take ourselves lightly and just figure out how we can love and show up and serve people. So that was one purpose for the Vixen Gathering. Also, the Vixen is a female fox, and it is the one species where the female is more attractive and attracts in the male. So I thought that was pretty interesting, plus the qualities of vixens. And then, of course, we wanted a big gathering where we female entrepreneurs came together. I work with clients in a number of ways. Some people really like one-to-one coaching. Some people like small groups. And then my kind of favorite way is the Vixen Mastermind, which is a combination of these two plus a quarterly retreat. So over time, the Vixen Gathering has developed into that. In the future, we hope to have a big networking group where we can just all come together and gather. But it's really a place where you can be yourself. Our number one rule at the Vixen Gathering is never apologize. It is not a place where you have to apologize for who you are. We want you to show up authentically, really, with your challenges, your wins, everything that you want to share. So that's super important at the Vixen Gathering.